Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have another video where I am setting up a journal with a custom spread for one of my patrons. Today's video is for Lynn, and she requested a spread using the neutral edit box from Live Love Posh, and she wanted one of the ones that had some peekaboo windows with some girls behind it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And she requested one of two notebooks from Archer and Olive, and either the 8x8 or the A5 size. I decided to do the 8x8 size because I feel like that's going to give us a little more space for creating these peekaboo windows while still giving her a fully functional journal. So let's go ahead and open it up and create it. I'll show you the journal and show you all the stickers we're working with, and then after this is done, I'll be sending it off to Lynn, and I hope she loves it. All right, so if you're interested in any of the supplies I use, I always have all my links and codes down below. For most of the places that I have affiliate codes, my code is Amy Plans Things. There are a few places it's not, but both of these, my code is Amy Plans Things and saves you 10%. All right, this is so cute. So Lynn is a Custom Chronicles member of my Patreon, which means that she gets a custom journal spread in her 3rd month of being a patron, and then every 4 months thereafter. The spots are full now, so be sure to keep your eye out if you're interested in being a Custom Chronicles member. So this is the 8x8 Mushroom Monarch. It's easier to see the little froggy like this, but it's like inlaid, stamped into this, and it's like this cool green. There's nothing on the back, and then it's got this gold foil mushroom design right here. And then every Archer and Olive notebook is dot grid, and then has so many pages, a pocket, and 2 bookmarks, one of which has the little logo and thing on it. So super cute. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't like to start the Dutch door on this page because this is the back of the title page and is white and doesn't have dot grid on it. So I usually let my patron decorate that one, and I start here so that it's a full Dutch door spread with this functional side as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started for Lynn. I've got the washi tape thin ones that also came from the Neutral Edit collection. These, I believe, are sold out. I think the full box set is sold out, by the way, but the individual sticker books were still available last time I checked. But let's go ahead and look at everything that we've got here. This is all the functional stickers. There are all sorts of things. We're not going to date it for Lynn because I don't know when she's starting it, but we'll use some boxes. We've got Neutral Elements, which has a lot of really great stuff. These are some of the girls I was looking at because I just love the kind of sweaters and stuff like that. But there are other girls. We've got Working Girls. We've got these really chic girls. Here's the seasonal ones. So since we're going into spring, if I was going to use them, I would use some of the seasonal girls, which might be like these ones. Those would be really pretty too. And then we've got the neutral florals, which of course we'll add some florals in the mix as well. But not every page will be florals. Okay, so as we do this, let me think. I need to pick which girls I'm going to use first because that will help decide what all the things are. We're going to do 2 windows, so 2 pages, and then, of course, decorate both sides over here. So we're going to have 2 spots with holes in it. So at least 2 girls that we have to pick from. Okay, so my question is, do I want these 2, which is more specific? Or do we want these two? But there's not a face. Is there a face in this set? No. Or maybe I do these two and add these into the spread elsewhere as well. Let's do that. Okay, we're gonna go with that option. So to start, we need to figure out where the first peekaboo window is gonna be. And we want space for a second peekaboo window on this spread. So we're gonna put one here and one up here. So this one is gonna be kind of shaped like that. So what I like to do is get a pencil and get my, actually we're gonna use this kit. We have a little pencil in here. Get this little thing to draw a light circle so that I can generally follow the shape of the circle for the spread. Okay, and we are gonna mix florals and other things from the neutral elements because Lynn asked for neutral elements first. So I'm not gonna make it completely floral. I'm gonna add some other things in it too. Okay, if we put window right here, there's still plenty of space for journaling. So that's a great one. And this doesn't need to be an exact circle because we're not going to see any of the pencil lines later. And we're going to have it go something like that. But again, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be. So we're going to be playing with it and generally following that shape. Okay, I have, trying to grab it, I have a little eraser. This is like one of the squishy erasers, and it helps bring up the pencil lines without taking away too much, but it makes it so it's not quite so dark when I do too much pencil on it. Okay, so now we'll be able to put stuff down. So the first girl we'll use will be this one. And so I'm gonna think about what can I put around her that is gonna work for this. So let's go ahead and look at the elements because I wanna add some elements in and then put florals in as well. So I'm just thinking of like, when I'm doing this and picking from all the different books and all the different themes, stickers like this are not going to work with this one because this is more watercolor, this is more line art. So I'm going to look strictly for the ones that are more designed than the line art ones. Okay, so we've got this. We could grab a planner. We could grab a notebook stack. I do love this one with the little clipboard too, so that might be one of the ones we use. I'm just gonna grab a couple of stickers actually to hold while I'm considering different options. Of course, I'm having trouble grabbing the sticker. There it goes. Okay, so we've got that one. I kind of like the cup with the headphones as well. So we'll go ahead and grab that. We've got all these florals, which work really well with it. Okay, skipping this design and going to this one. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay. And I'm not going to pick any of the florals here because we're going to, on this one at least, use some of these florals. So I won't grab those specific florals, but I think I could use a bookshelf. That would be cute. I have so many stickers now in my hand. Okay, that's good for the minute. So what I'm gonna do is lightly place these down in a few places And this is gonna be like a random kind of collage that's going on. Though I do have to remember that I am gonna decorate the backside, so we have to be able to figure that out. Okay, and then the little teacup can go around there. I'm not sticking them down super hard because I may have to move them as we decorate everything. But that's a good start, and we can go ahead and lay down some flowers and things like that all around. There are some butterflies that would go really nicely with this as well. Okay. We're gonna put these flowers here. We need to go all the way around here and then follow this arc for this page. Okay, so for up here, because this is on an edge, I'm just going to use this one that is already pre-cut for that. So that perfectly kind of fills that in. We don't want the circle to be perfect. We want to be able to cut it out, but we still need a peekaboo in there. Okay. Just going to grab some of these. We'll use some little butterflies to fill in the gaps when we have gaps to fill. But I'm gonna like kind of make a larger little thing with that. Let's get something else there, do something different. Put this one here. And then, let's see, just thinking about what we can do right here. We do need some more flowers, but we've used these ones quite a bit. So I'm trying to decide what we want to do. We could use one of, oh, this is really pretty with the book. Is that gonna, that doesn't quite fit though. So we could put it over here, but that's gonna be really hard to fill on the back side. Okay, just thinking through all this. I do love a good cup of coffee. So we're just gonna put that one over here. I'm gonna roll this a little more though. Okay. Good cup of coffee there. And I wanna figure out what to do right here. Not the eggs, because I don't want it to be like too spring. We can go ahead and put in a couple butterflies though. Oh, a butterfly right here. That one's too big. There we go. Butterfly. Maybe the bigger butterfly there. Okay, there's our little circle. Super fun. Still need to figure out what to do there. To fill this little gap, I'm gonna put a butterfly there because that's just a weird little thing. But we need to get something there. Let's go back over to this theme, see if there's something that we can use from over here. We already have kind of a bookshelf here, so I don't really want to use another bookshelf type thing. A plant. We could just use some more tulips. We could add in the cookies. Maybe this one with the little drink, but it's still tulips. No. Okay. Let's just make another little tulip thing and add some butterflies. And I'm gonna change one of the butterflies that we already have because I just noticed both of these butterflies are kind of pointing off that way. So I'm going to switch it so that they're not both pointing the same direction. This one fly down-ish? Yeah. Okay, so there it is. Let's add one more tiny butterfly just to fill this little gap, and we're gonna call it good. And then we're gonna go ahead and put her behind here for like this little scene. All right, so we need a cutting mat wherever it went. There it is. And my gyro cut tool. All right, so there's our first cut. Look at that. Got to get this part too. I'm trying not to cut too close to the stickers because I want to be able to put down other stickers on the back side and then trim it if I need to, but leave some extra space because I know not all the stickers are going to be like identical in their shape. So we just need space for flexibility. There we go. Look at that. That is so much fun. Okay, so she is going to be the girl for this one. And we're going to put her right about here. Let's see if that fits well. We're going to move her down like half a box on the dot grid. There we go. Perfect. We can put a little butterfly right there to fill that gap. I already know that that would look super cute and fill that gap perfectly. Pull the two pages together. Okay, next we need to draw our little circle here. We know we're going to have another cut and do a circle out there. Okay, and then we know that this one, we want to be able to see this edge, so it needs to come out to at least here, and then it goes like this. So that's kind of the shape that we're working with here. And we're going to do another of the neutral themes because we don't want everything to just be tulips. So we're going to go ahead and pick some other things, maybe from the neutral florals this time, because we haven't used these yet. These are beautiful. They're more pink than this. This one's line art, so we're not going to do that one. These neutrals would be amazing with it. Okay, so that's a maybe. These are too purpley. These are a little too, like, not enough pink in it. And those are white. So yeah, I think these are the ones we'll go with. Let's see if we can find some stickers in the neutral elements that go along with this pretty well. Or it could be an entirely floral page, depending. Okay, so the only ones I'm considering are like the bags and stuff, but I feel like that's not enough stuff for this. So let's do this one as all neutral florals. I think that'll look really cute. So let's go ahead and decorate in a circle around this, and then we'll get the rest of it going. Okay, so when I'm doing the circle, first I want to find a sticker that kind of has a little bit of a circular shape. Like this kind of goes like that. So that's going to work really well for following the circle here. The back side of this is going to be really tough. Just going to say that. But we're going to make it work. I'm going around in a circle as best I can. This one actually would be really great to fill this gap. And I'm going to take off some of that. Okay. And we'll see if we can fit that up there, if we need to fill a little gap too. And this one also kind of follows the circle shape because the leaves round off that way. And then just one little thing right there. Let's make our own little set of things. We'll use this little one paired with this little thing. I think that could be cute. I'm just gonna trim, scissors. I'm gonna trim the stem off because I don't want it showing through the other sticker, but I'm gonna make it look like they're kind of together, like that. We'll go this way because that's gonna be easier to fill. Okay, that's fun. That's our little spot where the girl is gonna go. And then now we're gonna try to fill this. I wanna try to leave some stickers that I think might go here. So I don't wanna use this page at all yet, and I don't wanna use this page at all yet. So I have to use what's on these two pages. So for instance, we can do this and we'll go all the way to the edge. I wasn't sure if we'd go all the way to the edge here, but we're going to. And then actually, that would be a perfect spot to have this one. We might trim that little piece off though if we cut off any corners. And then I don't think we need, or we just fill this whole thing with florals because that would fit really well. Okay, we need something there. There's a little thing. Okay, there it is. We'll probably put a box right here to fill this little space because we are going to be putting boxes in this too. So we're going to leave that alone for now. But this is the general shape of what we're working with. So we're going to have this little cutout and this. There we go. And then this one, I don't know how we're going to recreate the shape of this rose, but we are going to do our best, you guys. go ahead and trim this off. And this off. Maybe this piece we'd be able to use somewhere. So I'm gonna stick that back into the sticker book. We could always trim off this tiny little corner, but I don't think we need to. All right, so that's what we've got here. That looks so cute like that. We're gonna go ahead and put a girl behind. I think we're gonna use her here, like this. Oh, and we do need the girls on the other side. So we are gonna use the other two girls that I was looking at too, because we need them. So we're gonna use these two over on this page. So we're gonna place them right now before we do anything else, so we know kind of what we're working with, because we have to work around them. So here, and right there. Okay, so that is what this journal page will work with, as well as these open spaces. But right now, let's go ahead and do the back sides of these before we pick out any other pieces for over here. All right, since I was just using this one, let's just go ahead and do this before I kind of forget what I was working with. But this is going to be the hardest one to get in, I think. So let's just see what we can do. If I have to trim a few things somewhere, I can. Actually, that fits pretty well. There's a little bit of the flower I have to trim off, but the leaf almost is right to the edge. Okay, that'll work. Normally I would fussy cut something like this out, but it's in the middle of this. The plastic sticker back does not work as well with the gyro cut when it's not down on paper. So it's a little bit trickier to cut like this versus just using scissors. There we go. And then definitely using the scissors on this side because I can get in there and just trim these. All right, so that looks pretty good. Okay, I thought that was gonna be really hard to fill, you guys, but it worked. Okay, next up, we've got this one, which was something like this. Let's just see if we can use the same one facing this way. Yeah, again, a little bit to trim, but overall working pretty well. Yes, that's great. Happy about that. After all this trimming, I always have to clean my scissors. Otherwise, they get all kind of clunked, like clunky, and they're not moving as well because of all the sticky from all the stickers. Okay. Fussy cutting that. Oh, it's stuck down to the thing. Great. Okay. Then we used a big one. I think it was like this one or something. We can go ahead and try that. Figure out which way to put, oh, that follows the line pretty, oh, perfectly. Okay, we'll just do that. Why is this so easy this time on the back? Sometimes it's like a real puzzle to get things in. Now that I say that, watch this one be absolutely hard to put together. We'll see. Okay, we need a little bit here. Here's this. And we can fit that right there, but we do have some of the clear stuff to trim as well. little sticker there. We had created like this little thing right there, but I think something like this will fit well. Yeah, cool. All right, then we're just going out this way. Let's grab, you know what? This is a really amazing, huge sticker for the corner. Why don't we put this down and then work our way down? Okay, also, there is a sticker piece I need to trim here, so I'm going to do that before I forget because I just found it. Alrighty. Okay, fill this gap. Looking at all the various options. There we go. We did use something like this going this way, but I kind of like the idea of having it a little fuller on this side. I wonder if something like this would be way too big. Yeah, way too big. Okay. We are figuring it out, you guys. This one actually is a different, I think it's flipped from the other one, or just slightly different. I think that might fit a little better. No, it's still a little too big. Okay. We're gonna make our own thing again, you guys. Just put some things down and make it work. All right, so this is a pretty good one. And then we can get just something kind of going in there. These two are great. Just fill it in like that. And one tiny little piece to trim. All right, so there's the back of that one. Looks pretty cool. Now we need the back of this one. This one might be difficult, we'll see. But we do have a lot of the elements that we can put in to match it up first. Okay. So there are the tulips. For the back side of this one, I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to put an alarm clock here because I think it would be really cute and it fits pretty well. And I'll put a cup of tea. I don't know if it even needs the cup of tea, but we can put the cup of tea right there because we're going to fill the gap on things. Okay, next up, we'll put in butterflies to fill the gaps. I want to kind of get some elements on these things. So that one right here, what if we do something a little different and use this one instead? That would be pretty cute. And then the other spot we drew from was over here. And so we can grab some different things again to just make the back side still a little different than the front side. This one might actually be a good fit. Oh, pretty perfect, you guys. Just cutting off a tiny bit right there of the clear stuff and like the tiniest little bit of the leaf. And then trimming off the clear part of the sticker right here. All right. Then we had like one more. So let's grab something else. So we used that bookshelf already. Let's use this little tray. Is that the same exact? No, it's a different tray. And put it here again. Okay, then we're gonna try to fill it in with all the florals. So like for instance, last time we used some flowers right up here. I'm gonna trim at the end because we have so much to trim. Right in here we can fit tiny little butterfly. And we'll figure that out. I'm considering cutting apart the macarons and putting those in there. Considering it. Okay. These are gonna go somewhere. Do they fit over here, or did I use smaller ones? Smaller ones, but I did have a big one right over here, so that would fit pretty well still. Moving over here to the smaller sizes. Not those, but yes, up here. This is where I created like 3 of them together. And then a butterfly went there. So let's do another butterfly. Okay. Something little there, probably a butterfly because there's not really space for a flower. Let's go ahead and put a vase of flowers in over here just to kind of fill things. There we go, and I think we'll put like a butterfly wing right up here. Just the tiniest little wing, just to fill that. Okay, so we need to fill this with something. That's really the outstanding thing. That's got to be the thing, and we put in a few more butterflies, tiny butterflies. Okay. So there we go. I still want like tiny little cookies in there, I think. So let's go ahead. Do I want the cookies or do I want something tiny from over here? Do I have anything tiny from over here? Tiny plants. Tiny bookshelves. I could take this butterfly away and put some more florals in. or put a whole cookie set in without having to cut it up. And the smaller cookie set. I thought I could use the bigger one, but I can't. Cookies. And butterfly. Leave that there. Do I have a smaller butterfly? Yes, there's a smaller butterfly. The butterfly is going for the flowers. All right. So we're going to call that good on that side. Now we got to bring it all together by decorating the back and the front of it. This is so satisfying to look at though. Okay, what other thing should I get right there? So we have the tulips, we have these flowers. Which other themes do we have that the art style matches? Okay, we've looked at the spring in this. Now we gotta look here. We do have these that do go with those. Ooh, maybe we do use those. Or maybe we pick a floral from here. So it might be this, but it might be those are similar, but this is long. Yes, okay. Well, one could be at the front and one could be at the back. To use this one at the back and use this one at the front. Just making an executive decision because I can't decide. I don't know that it really matters. All right, so this is going to go all the way down the line here. We're going to have to trim it. And then we are going to have to fill that little thing right there. Cute. Okay, this. We are going to cut off the leaf and try to keep the flower. So I'm cutting very close to the edge of the flower and seeing what happens. There we go. Let's see how that worked. If I can just put it like this and have it kind of all go together. I think that looks pretty good. Tiny little thing here. We're almost there, you guys. And of course, we'll pull it all together in a minute with this girl and any stuff around her. But we've got the Dutch door part done. Now we need to figure out this one, which I think we said we'd go ahead and use this one from the Neutral Elements, because I do like all these things in it as well, which we can do next to the girls and stuff like that. But to start filling a little space, we are going to lay this up this way, and there are two of them. So my hope is that the end of this can kind of match up. We'll see. Sorry that my head's in here. I'm trying to see this. It'll work. I think it's like mirror image on it, but it'll work. They do line up. It just switches it back around. That's okay. Okay, so that does all of this perfectly. We still need to fill this. So what if we give her, she's like looking out. What if we give her like a window to be looking like that she's next to? We could give her a chair with a cat. What if she's standing like with a sofa in front of her? That kind of finishes the scene a little bit, I think. What do you guys think? Let me think of what else I could put there. I could put the table, but that wouldn't cover her full body, so you'd see the cutoff more. I'm not sure I love that, though. We might just need to get some florals there. Okay. What about this one sitting next to her? No, it's too big. Okay, thinking through things. Trying out a bunch of different things until I find what I love. I do like the cat. But is that weird right next to her head? Maybe. Am I starting to overthink things, you guys? Sometimes that happens. Okay, let's see what other designs we have here. This one is skinnier. Yeah, let's do that. She's like looking out the window a little bit, and we can add some florals going right here. So or we can add a shelf up above it to continue the scene a little bit. Is that weird? Or does that work? That might be a little weird. Okay. If she is sitting there, though, let's complete the scene a bit. With this is so cute, but I do need to trim her body here. I think that's about the right amount because her sweater is not the sticker is see-through, and this ruins the chair, seeing the chair, and we need the chair to be in front of her. Gosh, I didn't cut through hard enough. I'm trying hard not to cut through the paper is the thing. Okay, that'll work. So she's like in front of the chair, looking out the window. There's the scene. Great. Took a minute to figure that out. We've still got a little bit right here. We can go ahead and just put some flowers sticking up there. Flowers never hurt a scene. So we'll just do that, and the flowers over her sweater are okay right here. This wood was just a little too light with the sweater pattern. Okay, great. We can put some butterflies right here. Let's actually put a butterfly right there. Going back to the butterfly theme, using stickers from all the different sections to kind of pull things together. Okay, she's gonna need something there. This still needs to be filled. Let's put a butterfly there as well. Then that. So maybe just some florals right in here to fill this. Which, looking at all this stuff, and then I have so many sticker books out, you guys, looking at these things, which I feel like kind of go with this. Let's just put in a big floral thing because I don't want one that gets cut off because I want it to just kind of come across here. We're gonna kind of use a few to fill this in. But start like that, and we're gonna work our way, just kind of filling it. And then a little one right there. And then the perfect spot for one last butterfly would be there to fill the gap. And because this part is covered over, a box might be a really good thing to kind of layer over it there, kind of like I'm considering with like right here over the edge of these stickers and right in here to fill that space for that girl. So this is the whole Dutch door part of the setup. Now we got to do the fun part of, well, that was the real fun part. Now we get to add in some boxes and make it really functional for journaling in. Okay, so we've got this. I didn't use any of these. I thought I might. I don't think I'm going to. But I generally like to have like maybe 3 stickers in a little layered section. And so let's just double check that I'm not going to go all the way across. I'm going to put this here, and that is covered up. And then we talked about, ooh, she has some longer stickers, so I might change up what I was thinking and use this one, because we're going to go across this way to kind of fill that. And that is a good spot for like a date or something like that. So usually I use this size box, but I think I might allow that to be the date if Lynn is wanting to put a date on this spread. And then I'll do that. So it's like 3 layered stickers. We'll save this for this day, and we'll grab, I'm gonna change everything up again. We're actually gonna use a lighter sticker here, and then use, we don't have a lot of space right here, so I might only use 2 stickers on that one. So let's grab a slightly darker beige brown and put it right there. And then leaving lots of good open space for journaling, because we have so much going on in the spread. We don't need a lot of boxes. Okay. Now we can go ahead and put down stickers for this spread. I'm going to go right here because then I can inch this one in here. I don't want to cover over the butterfly. We'll do sticking out this way. No, I don't want to take up too much space. Maybe right down here. Try to make it straight though. Okay. That's cute. Okay, so we've got those boxes. Now here's where I wanted something over here. So I think one like this would be great, or one like this with another layered box. I just want to make sure this is too wide for this. So we're going to have to go ahead with this one. We're going to put it right there, and then see, yeah, that's totally covered, but leave this up because we're going to put in a pink big box with it. This one is at about that same level, so I'm just thinking about where to put it. I'm going to put it a little lower if it isn't seen, which it isn't. and go like this, and this does cut into this a little bit, but sometimes the layering works out like that, so we're gonna add another medium-sized box here to kind of make up for that right here. As well as, what if, this is a lot of layering in this one, but what if, no, that would cut out this space too. Okay, we're just gonna give her one extra spot for this spread because it has a little bit less space on the bigger box. Okay. Now our last two ones here, we can use some really big stickers if we want to. We have these giant ones. I do want to make sure I kind of get some boxes down here. So trying to figure that out. This one would be great, but I need to make sure it goes like here or so. So I might actually want to put like something there to fill the scene, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, and then we can put in this one. Don't want to get it in the scene, so right over here. Then because we did that, we kind of have this big nice gap which we could fill. Kind of want to use one of the big boxes because we haven't used one of those yet. But that wouldn't fit right there. I mean, we could cover over some of this. Let's go for it. So cute. And that is a little gap that we could fill with a box as well. Great. And then the small boxes like this one are gonna look tiny next to that. So what if we use another one of these bigger, longer ones just to put right here so that it doesn't look so tiny next to it. And then there's lots of good space for writing. Awesome. One butterfly. That was in seasonally neutral. That'll work. Okay. I think that is it for the spread. Lynn, I hope you love it. This was really fun to put together. It definitely made my brain think in a different way, trying to figure out how to make all this work. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.